A game-changing piece of technology is adjusting the way some professionals are approaching physical rehab and athlete development. Using the Connect 2 sensor, practitioners can now assess a patient's range of motion and body alignment and provide a more accurate treatment plan than ever before, all thanks to a piece of software called Kinetisense. Developed by Medicine Hat chiropractor Dr. Ryan Como and David Schnarr in early 2014, Kinetisense now has a team of developers on board in Greece and was added to the Microsoft Store in January 2015. It's the first commercially available technology of its kind worldwide. Traditionally, Dr. Como says chiropractors and physiotherapists had to rely on eyeballing a patient's movement or hook them up to several wireless sensors in order to gain the same information provided by Kinetisense. But now, a patient can make a movement in front of the camera, receive a treatment, and then get retested in the same appointment to see real-time changes and improvements, even small ones.
Not everyone has a great sense of body dynamic and how they move. And it's very important to have a system to be able to educate them and say, this is what I'm talking about. You see how this knee's collapsing in here. You see how the ankle's collapsing in there. It's so important to have a tool where they can actually see this in real time. And then they can make the adjustments and they understand and they say, hey, now I know what you're talking about. And then also being able to show, you still may be in pain, but look at your progress. This is huge because some patients think of pain as an all or nothing thing and they don't understand that even though, they may be having pain here originally and now it's pain here, that's still an improvement.
While Dr. Como uses Kinetisense as a regular tool in his office, he says other healthcare providers are now picking it up to use on a much broader scale to provide a consistent treatment plan across disciplines.
Someone that comes off the surgery table and the surgeon does an analysis of what the joint range is right after the surgery is done and then forwards that information onto the physiotherapist or chiropractor. They continue that care. They have a baseline from the surgeon right off the table of what that patient was at for range of motion, continue care, send reports. The system creates automatic reports, so those reports are sent back to the surgeon, and you can see how that really brings everybody together in that pool of practitioners and allows them to speak the same language and to assess the same way. Instead of the surgeon assessing a certain way, the chiropractor physio doing it a different way, and then it gets lost in translation.
Using the Connect 2 sensor allows these inventors to capitalize on some incredible research and development already done by a large company. But Dr. Como says the sensor's portability also helps the modern-day athlete.
His practitioners now are out at the golf course analyzing the golfers on the golf course, their patients swinging a golf club, or they're taking it to the hockey rink and analyzing hockey stride.
While new companies are popping up with similar systems, Dr. Como says they've managed to make a big splash within the sports development and rehab world. A prime example, working with the University of Clemson.
They're interested in using Kinetisense because not only does it allow them to track functional movement on the field of their football players, but it allows them to track injuries right when they happen on the side of the field. So the versatility and the functionality of being able to move the camera from location to location quickly allows them to do that. They also want to use Kinetisense in the training room because they want to be able to analyze the biomechanics of their training, with their weightlifting, things like this. And then the medical team that works with the players wants to be able to use it to also analyze joint range of motion, improvements with rehab, and it's really a cool scenario for them to use Kinetisense because they have these athletes coming in and they have them for a 4-year period. So they can do baseline assessments on movement and injuries that they may be coming in with and track them throughout their whole career.
As for Kinetisense's future, these local inventors see people from all walks of life and industries benefiting from the technology.
In things like the military, when you have a new soldier coming into the military, being able to track all their injuries and being able to track them even when they retire from the military and they become a veteran.
For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Christy Pick.